This video shows you how to set up a table of contents in Word. Here you can see my canvas and you can see a number of different headings that I want for my project. What I want to do is I want to insert a table of contents. But before I do that, what I'm going to do is for the introduction, I'm going to change it to up here under styles under heading 1. So I'm going to change the format style there for introduction. Now, if I go up a little bit further, I'm going to insert my table of contents. I do this in the document elements area, and you can see the different styles of table of contents here. So I'm going to take the first one. So by clicking on that, here I can see my table of contents. If you remember, just a minute ago I changed the introduction to a header style, and we can now see the introduction is on page 1. If I now highlight background and change that to a heading 1 style, click on my table of contents and this little arrow here. Now if I choose update table and update the entire table, we can see now background has been included. Now what we'll see as well, if I now put the background onto the second page by inserting a page break, and then we move method down here, and let's make method as a heading 1, and we'll do analysis as heading 1. Now let's go back to our table of contents, update the table, and we should see that background, method and analysis all appear now on page 2. And there you have it. Now if you have subsections, such as underneath analysis here, I've got social implications, and I've also underneath that I've got economic implications. If I make those heading 2, which is slightly smaller, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the analysis onto the next page by inserting a page break. I've got conclusion back to heading 1, and my bibliography is heading 1. Let's put those on a different page. So now we can see that the conclusion and bibliography are on page 4. The analysis with 2 subheadings, header 2, are on page 3. The background and method are on page 2, and the introduction is on page 1. Let's update our table of contents. Update the entire table, and look what happens. Now you can see that the subheadings, social implications and economic implications, have been indented there. If I now wanted to change the format of the text in the table, I just simply highlight it and choose my text. Once my spinning wheel of death stops, change that to Calibri, and we have a nice table of contents. What we can do, if we don't like this style, highlight it again by clicking on it. Document elements, let's change the style, and there's lots of different styles you may use.